Hello, good evening, everybody. How's it going? Happy Wednesday night, March 30th.
Yeah, how's everyone doing out there?
Almost the end of March. Can't believe
right.
it. It's gone by so quickly.
Yep, tomorrow is the last day of March, then we move into April.
Last
buddy.
day of the fourth, not the fourth. Wow, I jumped ahead.
First quarter.
That was a slip. First quarter,
That's
yes, almost done. Anyhow, I am Radlin Mendoza, and this is my husband and law partner, John Gardner. We are immigration attorneys and founders at Gardner Mendoza Immigration Law, located in Virginia Beach. But of course, we serve clients all over the world in all 50 states. And we come to you every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, to answer your immigration questions as well as give immigration updates. All right, so
That's
here
right.
we are.
We do this every Wednesday, and we encourage you to get in early, get your questions posted, and we try to answer them. And we also give you updates if there are any immigration legal updates or other legal updates that we think are important. And I also want to say hello. You'll see me the whole time looking to the side here. This is our TikTok family over here. So welcome everyone from TikTok. And there are a lot of people that join us through TikTok. Same thing for you folks. Get your questions posted fast. The earlier you get them in, the more likely that we will be able to get to them. All right. And I would encourage you, if you're on TikTok, to post your question on Facebook if you can. I know that some of you are on TikTok and you have to stay there, but if you have the option, it's a lot easier for us to see the question on Facebook. You can also post it so other people can see it. And you may or may not be surprised, but a lot of the questions overlap. So oftentimes when somebody posts a question, a lot of people have a very similar question or even the exact same question. So you may be helping others as well when you put your question up there. All right.
All right, fantastic. So did we talk about what our lawyers told us?
Not yet.
Okay, well let's
do
that and jump right in. Everyone has to have a disclaimer,
Yeah, well,
especially lawyers.
That's right. Well, the disclaimer is that what we do here is for informational and educational purposes only. It is not legal advice. If you want to make a consultation with our office, we can give you legal advice. If you become a client of ours, of course, you can rely on all of our legal advice. We're going to give you good answers here, but they are not considered legal advice. Okay.
Yes, and the reason for that is because it's very generalized information, and your case is going to be different, most likely, and the facts of your case are going to be different from the general tips and education and information that we give here. See, I almost said advice, but
that's right.
Anyhow, so yeah.
Well, you have to understand these cases are extremely complicated. They're very, very fact specific. And even though you're giving us some facts here, until we really have, dug down deep and gotten into everything, there's really no way for us to totally know how to answer your question. So we do the best we can here. But if you have a consultation with us, it's a 1-hour consultation, and we can really, really, really dig into the details, dig into the facts, and make sure that we're not missing any little minor nuance that could have a really big impact. Again, immigration, gosh, one little tiny thing being off can sometimes be a really, really big change in your case. So we got to be careful, and you have to be careful.
Absolutely. Okay, so we do have a couple of announcements this week. We'll take a couple of questions first, and then we'll make some of those announcements. But first question is from Senor Francisco. He wants to know if we're able to translate in Spanish. So, Señor Flores, en este momento no tenemos una persona para traducir en español. Tenemos personas en la oficina que hablan español, pero para preguntar las preguntas es muy difícil para nosotros. Entonces, mi inglés es mejor de mi español y es posible en el futuro vamos a tener un Facebook en español. Okay, so there's my Spanish. So apologize, Mr. Flores.
Yes.
We're only in English right now. We do have people who speak Spanish in our office. They are extremely busy, and unfortunately, we don't have someone to do Facebook Live in Spanish right now because our attorney and our team is very, very busy right now. So it is just us in English.
Yep.
All right, but thank you so much for joining us. Appreciate that. All right.
En este momento solo inglés.
Solo inglés. That's right. Yeah.
Siento.
All right. So Peter's going to ask a question in a minute. Rose, nice to see you again. Hello, hello. Thank you so much for joining. And we appreciate everyone who comes back every week and supports the live stream.
If I could interrupt for one moment, I apologize. Yeah. Some folks on TikTok are asking what the Facebook page is. It's Gardner Mendoza Law.
Yes, Gardner Mendoza Mendoza Law. Right. And just hop on over to Facebook. You can also search under our law firm. It's Gardner and Mendoza PC. And I'm here on the live stream. I'm getting here on this camera. I'm getting we're plugged in, right?
We are.
Okay. I don't know. Something is up. So for you all on
are we having this unstable connection again?
Unstable connection.
Oh dear. Okay. Well, sorry, folks. Hopefully things will be okay.
Okay. So I have a really long question here from Nessa. It's dealing with H2b eligible countries. Unfortunately, I don't know too much about that, and I cannot answer your question with any kind of certainty. So I apologize about that. Sometimes we don't know the answer, and that's okay. It's better to know that we don't know the answer than for me to try to answer the question. I don't know. With regard to H2Bs, they are very specialized, and John and I tried to do H2Bs at the very beginning of our career when we started our law firm 20 years ago. No, sorry. It was in year 2000. It is 2022. Mm-hmm. 22 years ago when we started our law firm, we were actually, traveling, going to seminars and legal conferences about H2B. But it never took off for us. So we leave that to those attorneys who know it, and also agencies who handle that. So if you need a specific reference to, an agency that can help you, we work very, very closely with a company that handles H2Bs and H2As that may be able to answer your question.
Right. Yeah, it's an area that's specialized in volume, and the folks that do it tend to just do that and nothing else.
No.
And so you'll want to, we can help put you in touch with somebody that can help you with that.
Absolutely. What do we have on the TikTok?
Well, the very first question, this came up fast from Hood Kitchen, and I'm trying to make sense of it. I'm missing a little bit. The question is, can you apply for a K-1 if a person is on a student visa in Scotland? So I'm guessing that their fiance is in Scotland on a student visa from some other country, and now they want to know whether they can still do the K-1 even though their fiance is on a student visa.
Yes, the answer is yes. You can still apply for the K-1. The I-129F right now is taking 9 plus months. And where is the fiance going to be in 9 plus months? Maybe still in Scotland. If the person is there in lawful status, say as a student or is working, then they should be able to go to the U.S. Embassy in Scotland. I don't know where it is. Is it Edinburgh? I'm not sure.
Probably.
But so if she's there, or if he's there in lawful status, the fiance, then you'll be able to process that and have the interview there if the interview is scheduled while she's there or he's there. All right. Hopefully that answers the question.
Yeah.
Good.
Absolutely.
Very good question. So a lot of times we have people who are, working in a different country, not their own home country, and they are able to process those types of visas.
Yeah, and I think that question is good too because it gets at a broader question that we get in various forms all the time, which is basically people wanting to know if, even though they're in one process, can they also be pursuing something else that's immigration related? In this case, it's okay, well, they're on a student visa. Does that mean that they can't do anything else with immigration while
Right.
they're on that student visa? The answer is no. And that situation comes up in all kinds of different forms where people want to know, if they can be basically pursuing two immigration avenues at the same time.
Right.
And usually the answer is
It depends.
depends. I love it.
The lawyer answer. Okay. So Peter has his question here. Peter says, I am planning to visit Cherry in the Philippines this summer. We met online, have not met in person yet. She's a Filipino citizen, has never left the country. Is it at all possible that she can return to the States with me when I come back? Probably not at all possible. I am very, very sorry to say. If she does not have a visa, it doesn't sound like, let's say she's never left the country. So let's just assume that Cherry does not have a B1, B2 tourist visa. It's taking a very long time to apply for and get an interview for a B1, B2 visa in the Philippines right now. Whether she would even be approved for that is another question. So I'm going to say, and even though, again, this is not legal advice, it is not possible, most likely, that she's going to be able to come back with you. I'm sorry to say. So Peter and Cherry have a couple of options here, and this was not a question, but we will hop into one of the most frequent topics that we get and question that we get, and that is, should we get married or should we do the fiance visa? And I bring that up only because and the question wasn't asked, because the question will be asked next when Peter comes back, right?
or later tonight. We get this question. We get this
or
question
later
literally
tonight,
every week. Somebody asks us
or
this
maybe
question.
they're thinking about it. So, this is where it becomes very, very fact specific about what the couple wants to do. And we always ask, what are your goals? What is Cherry's goal? Is she okay if she comes in on a fiance visa with sitting around for 7 months, not being able to travel, not being able to lawfully work in the United States? If that's the route that you pursue, are you all okay in going through a completely separate process if Cherry comes in on the K1, the fiance visa, and then you go through filing the green card and going through that for another 18 months to 2 years? So these are some of the questions. With the marriage, if you get married, the question is, can you get married? Is everything in place for you to get married? Do you have all the documents to get married? Are you ready to get married? These are this summer. You all have never met each other, and so that seems like it's maybe you're jumping the gun, right? If you want to get married this summer without having met each other. So these are all the questions. And then another question that you might ask yourself: okay, well, if we don't get married this summer, and I come back, and we continue to talk. I'm like, well, the process, we don't want to do the fiance visa because Cherry wants to be able to work as soon as she comes into the United States. Now my question is, when can you go back to get married? Is it 8 months? Is it 6 months? Is it 3 months? Is it 1 month? So all of these questions that we have, and the answers to these questions are very, very fact specific on what the couple wants to do. Okay, Peter, sorry if I went down the rabbit hole there. Hopefully I answered some of the questions that you might have had.
That's all information, by the way, that you're going to need. You may not even realize it yet. You're gonna be digging up this whole.
Peter, just have a great time in the Philippines.
Yeah.
You know what? Just forget everything and I said. You're gonna have a ball. You're gonna have a blast. It's such a great country to visit, and lots of great things to see.
Take lots of sunscreen.
Do take a hat.
Yeah.
And
don't do what I did.
Yeah, John's always.
First time.
So for those of you who just joined, John and I are married. We've been married for 23 years, law firm for 22. Maybe it's been longer than that, 23, 24. We've known each other since 1995. So do that math. I can't even do the math.
It's been a while. I'll just say that.
It's been a while. So John has gone to the Philippines many, many times. We've taken our children. We've gone with massive, just 14 of us,
Massive
toddlers,
just
babies.
The two of us. We've been there for business. We've been there just for fun.
Yeah.
All of the above.
So John has been many times, so he knows about a thing or two.
But the very first time I was at the Fort de la Condia and I got burned.
My mom is
severely.
My mom is from Lawag.
Yeah.
So yes.
I don't know.
And Peter, Filipinos don't like the beach or the sun. So I don't think it's going to be a beach vacation. That's generalization. Some do.
Okay.
All right,
Peter.
We digress.
Hope that helps.
We're having fun with Peter. All right, let's take him off. He's like, please take me off of the screen. All right. Do we have a question there?
Yeah. So Gomer would like to know, it's a little cryptic here, but how long now to wait for approval for a green card holder petition for their children? Thanks.
So depends on the age of the children, and it depends. This is a green card holder, right? So they have to be unmarried, and depends on whether they're over 21 or under 21. It's much faster. Well, hold on. Let me back up a little bit. If we're only talking about the approval of the I-130 petition, and let's just say their children are under 21, I believe the processing it just depends on the service center. That's the answer. So review for those who have been here before, and new to those who are just joining us. It is very easy to check out processing times on USCIS. Okay, so I'm gonna go over that really quickly. Yep. You just Google USCIS processing times; it pops right up. But make sure that it's uscis.gov that you're looking at, and don't pay for any information like checking processing times. USCIS processing times. What you do in the little box and the little arrow, you click the arrow, you go down to I-130 petition, click that, and then click on your service center, which should be on your receipt notice, which service center, and then voila, it will pop up the number of months that it's taking for USCIS to approve a case like yours, depending on your relative, the age, and all that. So check that out, and hopefully that your question is answered by checking that out. I don't have it up in front of me, and my arm is around my husband, so I can't type and find it.
And this is another question that we get multiple times every week, and it's always different. It's always I'm an ex, and I am petitioning for my ex who is in X country. How long is it taking right now for that? And so it's hard, there's a lot of blanks for us to fill in. So the information that Radlin just gave you, you can go check it out. If you're a green card holder, you're applying for your unmarried child is under 21, they're in India or whatever, you can figure it out. Okay, right. With that information.
Exactly. Okay, so Victoria has a long question here. Part of it is cut off, so I guess there is a character limitation on Facebook. So Victoria, if you want to finish that thought, then you can go ahead and type that in, and I'll get back to your question. Okay. So can you remind me to get back to Victoria's question when she types it in?
Yep.
All right. So let's see here. Pitrachana, hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. Hello, my I-130 was approved 2 weeks ago while my I-45 is still pending. Should it be a problem marriage-based? Thank you. So the question I have here is, was the I-130 and I-45 filed together? Were they concurrently filed? If you filed your I-130 petition prior to filing your I-45, you did not concurrently file them, then the fact that it was approved, it's okay. It's fine. You just, I guess I'm just confused as to whether it was concurrently filed or not. So if you can answer that question, I can maybe help you out a little bit. Oh, I see. Okay. Here we go. This sheds a lot of light. I had an interview 2 months ago. Still no decision has been made. Should I be worried? Well, should you be worried? Well, worrying gets you nowhere. So no, you should not be worried. However, the I-130 petition was approved. So it was concurrently filed, to answer my own question. The I-130 petition was approved because the officer believed that you and your spouse have a bona fide marriage and relationship, right? You're married, and you're either married to a U.S. citizen or to a green card holder, and the officer thinks that it's a bona fide marriage and relationship. The green card application looks at different things. It's really looking at the beneficiary, the applicant, and Picharichana, if you are the applicant, then it's looking at whether you are admissible and eligible to receive a green card. Now, there's perhaps something that the officer needs to approve that that green card application. So I don't know if the officer asked you for more information. Maybe there's some more information that they need from the medical, or something else. So it's hard to say why the I-485 did not get approved with the I-130. My question is, did they ask you for anything in addition to that? So it's, I don't think you should worry. We're kind of at a time in immigration where things are sometimes a little wacky, right? I mean, we have the pandemic, we've got the backlogs, we have, one officer starting a case, another 2, 3 officers picking it up and finishing it. So, I think that you shouldn't worry, but you should definitely, just keep an eye on it and make sure that nothing else is needed. You're saying here that they didn't ask you for anything else, and nothing else seems strange. So it's probably just a processing thing. And I'm sure you've been looking at case status to see what's going on. But if it goes on for too long, then you may want to make an inquiry about it. So don't worry just yet. I understand that you probably are, but try not to, and give it another month or so and see what happens, and then make an inquiry. Or you can make an inquiry now. I mean, it doesn't hurt to make an inquiry now. Okay.
All right. And while you were answering that, Peter says, thank you for answering my question. Sherry and I will contact you when we decide what we're planning to do.
Fantastic.
That sounds fantastic, Peter.
All right.
And just to show you proof of what we were saying about your question, Vicky on TikTok wants to know, I live in Arizona. Can I bring someone that I'm engaged to who's in Mexico, or should I marry him in Mexico first? See, we get this question
all the time,
every single week. This is the same question. I don't know if you want to direct Vicky to the front end of this video, or whether you want to just stab it one more time.
Take a look at the front end of the video. So again, the answer to that question, I don't know what the answer to the question is. It really depends on what the couple's goals are. Depends on what the couple wants to do. I spent, an hour and a half on an hour on a consultation, and then a 30-minute follow-up call, and then some emails, because this very question with a client, they just kind of were going back and forth about what they wanted to do. We're going to do the K1. Mm-hmm. Oh no, actually, I think we're going to get married. No, we're going to do, so it just depends on the couple. And even when we lay it all out for you, it's not an easy decision to make sometimes, just because the timing of everything is so uncertain. And the whole point of the K1 to begin with was so your fiance could get to the United States sooner rather than later. So yeah, let's see here. So hopefully that answers the question. And I recommend that you all make an appointment with us. We do virtual appointments. You're in Arizona. Peter, not sure where you're located, but wherever you're located, we can advise you through a consultation. Our consultations are $275. They are up to 1 hour consultation, and they include a follow-up, call or emails just if you have any follow-up questions after the consultation. So
Yeah, and we can represent you no matter where you are. We have clients all over the country, all over the world. And Vicky, you're in Arizona, and I know that you got on TikTok pretty early, so I'm hoping that you were already on when we were answering Peter's question, because the exact same considerations that he had apply to you. So if you weren't paying attention to that, or you want to just watch it again, go to our Facebook page, and you'll be able to watch this video again and listen to Radlin laying it all out again, the considerations about which would be a better option for you and your husband to be.
All right. All right. Here's a question from Eliza. I am a U.S. citizen. Can I petition my niece from the Philippines? What category should I apply? So 8:30 p.m. It's almost 8:30. This is a long answer, but I'll try to be brief. Melissa, I did a video on TikTok about this. If you petition for your niece, you first have to adopt your niece. You have to have adoption prior to the age of 16. You have to have lived with your niece for 2 years. And that is, it doesn't have to be 2 continuous years. And, that adoption or legal custody must be for 2 years as well. So there are a lot of pre-qualifications. That's a word, right?
Mm-hmm.
Pre-qualifications before petitioning for your niece. And I think that I've seen cases where, auntie files an I-130 petition for the niece. Maybe the mom has given over custody informally to auntie, and then they file that petition because it's my child now, or she's my child now. It's unfortunately not that easy and not that straightforward, and I wish that it were. And these types of cases are extremely all the work to get to filing that I-130 petition for your niece, who will then be your daughter. There's a lot of groundwork to lay. Number one, okay, you got to go through all those hoops in order to just file that petition. Number two, when you file the I-130 petition for your adopted child, who's also your niece, USCIS Immigration Service does not make this easy at all. And it takes a really long time. They take a very, very long time to adjudicate these cases. We recently had to sue the government, USCIS, and Department of Homeland Security, and the field office director of the national. Anyway, we had to sue everyone in order to get them to approve a case just like this. Where there is an adoption, and so they're not really approving these very quickly. They have to delve into the facts and make sure that you meet all of the requirements. So for those of you out there who are wondering about adoption in the Philippines, adopting a family member, it's a hard road. I think it's worth pursuing, but you have to know that it is an uphill battle and the timeline is very long.
Yes.
Melissa, a little bit too much information, probably. She's probably not going to join us anymore. Sorry to, if that was news that you did not want to hear. All right. What do we have?
We got Filler 25 sending us roses and finger hearts.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate that.
Gotta love that.
Yes, we would love it if you all followed us on TikTok, followed us on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, all that good stuff.
Getting a nice compliment from Claire Kugel there. That's cool.
Oh, fantastic. Oh, wait, let's see it. Let's put it on the screen. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for helping and guiding me and my family. Thank you so much for putting a comment on there.
Mhm.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Love that.
Appreciate that.
Yes.
Yeah, that makes us feel good about all of it. Our team, in
Yes.
this case, everything else.
Yes.
So here's a question. Hello, I'm a U.S. citizen. What form should I file to get my girlfriend and daughter?
U.S. citizen to get girlfriend and daughter. Maybe
Yeah.
the K-1, maybe the fiance visa. Maybe you are visiting tomorrow and you can get married. I mean, there's so many things. Again, this is the same kind of question of whether to do the fiance visa or get married and file the I-130 and do consular processing. Maybe they're here.
Right.
Maybe they're in the United States, and that's also a process that you can follow. So many three things. I was going to say many things.
Well, first,
several things.
Most
several
important
things.
is that girlfriend status will have to change at some point.
Girlfriend status, right? We need to elevate girlfriend to something else. You got to get that ring out.
Right.
You got to get on a knee or something, man.
Exactly. I'm assuming that you know that, and you're asking.
Knows that. Yeah.
Again, this is for those of you we've been joking about this, but it's just such a common. This is yet another form of the same question of, should I do a fiance visa? Should we go there and get married and then go that route? Should we try to get her here somehow, and then while she's here, get married and go that? We get some variation of this question over and over and over again, which, we get it.
I missed a question. I need to pull this question up real quick. Hold on a second. Okay. It was actually Victoria. See, I knew you didn't remind me to go back to Victoria.
Oh my gosh.
But Victoria,
I'm sorry. I did not remind her. She asked me to
remind me. You
and
didn't
I
remind
did
me.
not remind her. That's on me. That is on me.
What didn't I ask you to remind me about something this morning?
Yoga.
Yes. Please remind me to go to yoga today.
And I did remind you.
You reminded me. Thank you. And I went.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
At 8:00. All right. Let me just read Victoria's question, and maybe we can figure it out, because I don't want to not answer.
I'm going to go to bed tonight with a heavy heart and a lot of guilt.
Well, Victoria didn't put another comment in the comments,
but we caught it.
She's partly to blame.
No, she's not. It's all me.
Okay. You're right. It's all your fault. All right.
It's all on me.
I don't know what the problem is. We're being very silly tonight. I'm thirsty because we had pizza for dinner on a paper plate because of the live stream.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Dinner snack. Raise your hand if you think pizza is a proper dinner. Raise your hand. Raise your hand. My hand's down. My hand is down. Give me a heart if you think. Send me some hearts if you think pizza is not a proper dinner. Mm-hmm. Everybody thinks pizza is a proper dinner. Okay. All right. Okay.
I grew up in Northern Ohio. Pizza is like
see, we're getting some hearts there.
In Northern Ohio, pizza is a 3 or 4 night a week dinner. I mean, this is a go-to every other night.
Pizza is a snack.
It's not.
As is a sandwich. It is not a proper dinner.
Okay.
Sandwich is a snack.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
Now
let's go. Victoria wants me to. I've gotten a lot better since I've been lazy about cooking.
We need to get to the question.
We need to get to the question.
Sorry
There's
about
only
that,
1 minute of talking about pizza not being a proper dinner.
It is a proper dinner.
It's not. It's a snack.
When you add a salad, it's a meal.
Well, we didn't have a salad. All right. Okay. I'm a naturalized citizen of the United States. This is Victoria's question. My parents came here in June of 2021. Immediately we applied for green cards. Now we're at the point of where we need to do health assessment, the medical, I'm assuming. My mom has a chronic health condition called pulmonary hypertension for more than 5 years now. Unfortunately, in October 2021, her health got significantly worse. At this point, she's on medication that basically keeps her alive. Sorry to hear that, Victoria, but I'm glad that she has the proper medication. This medication is only available in the United States. Okay, I read the question. I'm not sure what the question is because it got cut off. So sorry. Maybe, let's see, that maybe it has to do with the medical and whether she's going to get her green card case approved, even though she's on this medication. Most likely, yes. I don't know too much about but hypertension is not something that's going to prevent them from not approving the green card for medical conditions. But I don't know if that's what the question was. So, Victoria, ball is in your court now. If you're still here, please finish up your question, and we would be happy to try to answer it. If John remembers to remind us to answer to look back.
I will remind myself to remind you to look for
Should
it.
you write it down? Okay.
I'm writing it, Victoria.
Hello, Miss Lovely. How are you? Good evening. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. New York, America says he loves Filipinos or Philippines. Maria, good evening to you as well. And let's see here, going through the questions. Do you want to check those questions there?
I've got a couple sort of more little in the weeds kind of things over here, but maybe you can take a stab at them. What can we do to renew a passport if we don't know the social security number? So they have somebody who wants to renew their passport but doesn't know their social security number. Any ideas on what they might do?
Because you need the social security number on the passport. You can put unknown in the social security number part, and if you have the old passport, you want to include a copy of that. Or go to the Social Security Administration and get a new card.
I was thinking about that too. Or maybe, we're coming up taxes for those of you who may have forgotten or are going to be due very soon, a couple weeks actually. If you filed a tax return in the past, you may try to find a copy of your tax return or request a copy of your tax return. It's going to have your social security number on it.
Right.
All right.
Yes. So I would go to Social Security Administration, try to find the number. If you don't want to do that or can't do that or won't do that, then you can apply for the U.S. passport and just put unknown in the Social Security number part, or lost, or whatever you want to put there, and have again the proof of your U.S. citizenship attached.
Correct.
All right.
I agree. I would do it that way. Here's an interesting question. Can I apply for citizenship while I'm on a payment plan with the IRS? So presumably they meet all the other requirements.
Yes. Yeah.
But they must have some back taxes and they're on a payment plan and they want to know, can they still go forward with it?
Yes, most likely. You should still be able to go forward even if you're on a payment plan with the IRS. So one of the questions on the N400 is, have you ever failed to pay your taxes? And so that, what do you answer to that question? You answer no? Do you answer yes? Again, it depends on your tax history, your tax paying history. If you are in a payment plan, I always put that down. I would probably check. Well, I'm not going to say what I would check because I don't want you to do what I do just because I'm a lawyer, because I don't know what your specific facts are. But
that's right.
If there's a payment plan, you need to bring proof of that in case they ask for that. But I would always err on the side of revealing information on your N400 rather than not putting it on there, right? So if you're not using an attorney, which I don't recommend that you not use an attorney, and therefore you should use an immigration attorney to help you with your N400, then always err on that. So, but again, I was looking at a self-filed N400. It was a consultation, and I'm not going to tell you what the question was, but I said it was self-filed, and I said I would not have checked that box. I would not have checked that box, which just opened up a whole can of worms. I would not have checked that box. So, and probably, is going to cause problems in this person's N400 because the box was checked. And it wasn't checked accidentally. It was just checked because of a misunderstanding of what the question was. So be careful on the N400s, guys.
Yeah, the prior warning was just, usually they know everything. So as a general rule, you're playing with fire if you think that you're going to just hide something thinking, well, they're never going to find out or they won't know. That's usually a bad strategy.
Right. Here's the issue with the N400. It's that it's not that, oh, it's a big deal that I, it's about not being a person of good moral character because you misrepresented on the N400. Okay. So if you check no, I've never gotten a speeding ticket. They can deny that case, deny your application, not because a speeding ticket is the crime of the century, right? Who cares? It's that you did not put it on your application. That is why they're denying it.
And they know you got the speeding ticket.
Right. If they ask you once, if they ask you twice, you're in big trouble. I've seen this pattern before. So, okay. Let's move on. We have some questions here.
Yeah, we've got more questions loading up here as well.
Okay, let's do speed answers. Speed reading. No more messing around.
No more messing around.
Okay. Crystal, good evening, attorney. My grandma started the petition process with my father from the Philippines when I was still in elementary school. However, my grandma died in the year 2013, which is 9 years ago. I am now 27 years old. Is there any chance to continue the petition? In fact, we received a letter from the USCIS, but then I could not remember what was the information all about. Thank you, Ray. Is this for me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank you. Why do I not bring up water? Why do we not bring up water?
I don't know, but I ordered while you were talking.
Wow.
I ordered water. I knew the kitchen was still
We have
open.
a great service. We have 3 children, 18, 16, and 10. Almost 11. Our baby's going to be 11 next week, next Tuesday. Happy birthday, Ray.
Mm-hmm. Thanks, Tons.
Yeah, thank you. All right. So, she's now 27. Is there any chance to continue the petition? In fact, we received a letter from the USCIS, but then I could not remember what was the information all about. Thank you. Okay. So, Crystal, to answer your question, possibly. There is a possibility of humanitarian reinstatement. And if that I-130 petition was approved prior to your grandma passing in 2013, which is 9 years ago, then it's possible. So we would have to evaluate that and take a look at your documents and when everything was filed and if that I-130 petition was approved. So I encourage you to reach out to us and make an appointment. As we mentioned before, we charge $275 for a consultation, and we will be able to answer definitively yes or no on this question at the end of the consultation. So
right
now, humanitarian reinstatement. I'm just briefly, you're going to say something?
Well, just that is certainly a case where you won't want to go it alone either.
Humanitarian reinstatement. It's not that it's challenging because there's no way to track the humanitarian reinstatement request at all. So it's a lot of congressional liaison assistants, ombudsman. We're just tracking down. Like, we filed the humanitarian reinstatement request. We have to track it down for years because they say they have it. They say they don't have it. They say, send it back to us. We say, they want you to send it back to them. They say, okay, we will. And they don't. And, it's a big, huge mess of lack of communication between USCIS, National Visa Center, or even just pulling this case, So anyway, Crystal, long story long, give us a call. We will be able to figure that out right away. Yes or no. All right. Do you have a question on TikTok while I look at these questions?
Let's see. I'm married. Mrs. Gray would like to know, I'm married last 2018. Can I apply for citizenship?
Married 2018, apply for citizenship. So the question is when can I apply for citizenship? Okay. So if you are married to and living with U.S. citizen spouse for at least 3 years, you can apply at the 3-year mark, and you can apply early at 2 years and 90 days. If you have gotten your green card through another way, such as through employment or through maybe your sibling petitioned for you, or maybe you're an adult and your parent petitioned for you, then you have to wait 5 years before you can apply for U.S. citizenship. 5 years as a lawful permanent resident, and 2 years and 9 months married to and living with a U.S. citizen. Sorry, 5 years. You can also subtract 90 days and apply early. 4 years and 9 months. Hopefully that's not confusing. It sounded confusing as it was coming out. Uh-oh.
Casey says,
Yeah, Casey.
She said, I think you missed my comment too. Just had pizza for dinner. Yep.
Okay. Well, are we calling it a dinner, or are we calling it a snack?
It's a dinner.
Okay, we've already called it. She called it dinner. She called it dinner. She didn't say snack.
Dinner.
She meant snack though.
Mm-hmm. Are you from Northern Ohio, Casey?
Casey Valbuena. Let's see. Where are you from, Casey?
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Here, Casey's. My employer is planning to file. We're not. We have to answer these questions.
I know.
All right.
We're still waiting for Victoria to get back.
My employer is planning to file for my green card next month. Yay! Congratulations. When is the best and safest time to leave for a vacation in the Philippines? I'm not sure what the question is about. So, assuming, Casey, you're on some sort of status, maybe you have an H2b. If you're here on a tourist visa, I mean, I don't know what the question is. Like, tell me what your status is, and maybe I can. It's because she had pizza for dinner. She's probably full. No, I'm not sure what the question is.
That's why her employer is filing for the green card for her, because he or she knows that Casey's a good person.
Because she eats pizza for dinner.
That's right.
Okay. Employers planning to file for my green card next month. When is the best and safest time to leave for a vacation in the Philippines? So if you already on current status that allows you to travel, then you can leave and travel. But again, I don't know what else is going on here, right? Do you have a visa, or did you change status? So if you have a visa, if you don't have a visa and then you go back home, then you're gonna have to apply for a visa, and are you going to be able to get the visa? So these are I don't know what the answers are to these, because I don't know the facts of the case. I'm happy to talk to you though, and talk about how you had pizza for dinner, and you seem like you're Filipino, and why would you do that? All right. Just kidding, Casey. Reach out to us if you would like for me to delve more into this question and give you a much better answer than what we did, which was no answer at all.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Casey. We're missing.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the question is, what is your concern?
You have a timing question, and we're not sure what you're concerned about,
right?
Specifically.
Oh, look, it's my TikTok and Clubhouse friend, attorney Bianca Jordan. Hey, what's going on? Great to see you. Thanks for joining. Bianca Jordan is immigration attorney out of Massachusetts. Not only does she do family immigration, but she is TPS queen. So if you're in that area, or even if you're not, reach out to Bianca. She is TPS queen. We also do TPS, but Bianca is also awesome too. So we have a big pie, and we love to share it. All right.
Oh, and there's my Aunt Sue hopping on to say happy birthday to Ray.
Happy birthday, Ray.
Thanks,
she will be 11.
Maybe you could make some Sue stuff.
Ooh, or Texas sheet cake.
I'm Sue stuff is where it's
Sue stuff all the way. Right. Yeah. You're right.
Yeah, I'm team.
Just don't bring it home.
I'm team Sue stuff.
I'm team Sue stuff. We've been talking about food a lot. We're not even hungry because we had pizza for dinner.
That's because we had a snack for dinner. Right. Okay. Here's a question. If you want to get into this again, how long is it generally the process to approve the I-130?
Need more
Yeah,
information. That's
I-
yeah. Need more information on that.
yes.
But yeah, I can't even take a stab at that. All right.
Okay.
Okay, Casey's on H2b. I've heard that they are not allowing you to leave on certain stages of the green card processing. I'm just not sure when. I would absolutely check with the attorney who is helping your employer or helping you on what that advice is as far as not leaving. So that makes a lot more sense. If you have to get biometrics, I wouldn't leave then, but it's hard to tell when you're going to get biometrics. So I would check with your attorney who's helping you with that green card case and the employment-based green card case. All right. Sorry, Casey.
Okay, here's an interesting Philo 25 who sent the
Wait
the
a minute.
roses.
Hold on a second. I am redeemed. Yes. Well, just got too lazy to cook for dinner. But yeah, in the Philippines, pizza is a snack.
That's because pizza in the Philippines is not
That's not
pizza. I've had
we have
pizza.
Pizza Hut there.
That's not pizza. I'm talking Cleveland, Akron.
Okay, well,
style,
we didn't have that
Youngstown
tonight.
style pizza.
We had cheese pizza.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, it's basically bread with cheese on it.
Okay. So
All right. Okay, let's get back to the questions.
yeah, it's exactly what it is. It's dough with cheese
Okay.
on it. That's right.
Okay. We don't have any Italians on here, right?
Shall we break down all foods? I mean, okay.
Yeah, it's
Philo 25 says, "Can I apply for citizenship with an expired green card?"
Yes, you can. You can apply for citizenship with an expired green card.
All right.
Should I elaborate on that, or generally
If
speaking, yes, you can. If you need your green card for anything, if you need to travel out of the country, of course, you need to have a green card. If you need it to renew your driver's license, if you need it for work, these are all things that I don't know about. So, but if the question is, can I apply for the N400? Can I fill out the N400, fill it out with an expired green card? The answer is yes. It does not take into consideration all the other things about whether or not you need that green card. All right. Okay. Mary Lou says, hi, do you have a number that I could call to talk to a representative about my mom's green card? We will put that in the comments tomorrow. Ria, our VA from the Philippines, is here. Ria, please remind me about that.
Probably snacking on pizza right now.
She's probably eating a slice of pizza. It's the Filipino snack of all time history.
Snack.
All right. Morning time. Breakfast.
A breakfast snack.
Okay. Go ahead.
Can I petition for my fiance even if I'm still a green card holder?
No. You can only do the fiance visa, the I-129F, if you are a U.S. citizen. Very good question. But what you can do is go get married to your fiance and make the fiance your spouse. And then you can file the I-130 petition for your spouse and bring your spouse to the United States that way. So let me just say, guys, that one of the things that I have been very surprised about, and through our years of being attorneys and having this law firm, we just, I haven't just had all the comments and all the viewership and all the people, right? 17,000 followers on TikTok, and we get a lot of the same questions and concerns. And one of them is that lawful permanent residents don't know who they can petition for and when. So as a public service announcement, I'm going to say that again, because probably every week someone says, okay, so it is lawful permanent residents can petition for their spouses, your spouses, right? And or unmarried children, no matter how old that child is. The child could be 50, So long as the child is unmarried and you are a lawful permanent resident, you can petition for that child. So many comments about, oh, I thought, I had to wait 5 years until I became a US citizen before I could petition my spouse or my children. That's incorrect. You can petition for your spouse as soon as you become a lawful permanent resident and your unmarried children, no matter how old the child is. Okay, there you go. We're going to get back to pizza talk here. Maria says pizza in the Philippines is merienda, and that is a snack. Yes. Uh-huh. Yep. Is your mom on here? Where's Georgia?
Yeah.
Where's my mother-in-law? She's not on here tonight.
I mean, there's not just so we're clear. There's nothing wrong with snacks. We're making snack out to be some bad thing. A snack is a great thing too. We just have a different. Yeah. No,
John and I have always had this issue our whole marriage.
Yeah. Pizza.
I want a meal.
Pizza's a meal.
No, pizza's a snack.
Any food item that doesn't include bread is a snack. When you add bread, which pizza has bread, it's a meal.
Okay. Well, we're almost out of time. Okay.
Just
mom said, okay, and mom, she's asking her mom. Mom said, she's like, hey, mom, what do you think? This is good. This is a really good poll. Mom said pizza is merienda. Yep. Amen, mom. Wait. Crystal. Funny experience about pizza.
Oh, wow.
I was heading home around 3 p.m. I told my friend I have to drop at Papa John's to pick up the pizza. And she said, it's too early for dinner. I replied, pizza is just a snack for us. She was like, what? Exactly. It's so early for dinner. No, pizza is just like a little snacky poo. After this, we go and make dinner. We're not going to make dinner. But anyway.
Yeah, I think the style of pizza matters too. I was raised on a very heavy, greasy pizza, which is you eat that, you're not eating any more.
Oh no, here comes the timekeeper. We have so many questions.
Okay, we gotta move on. Okay.
No. Hold on. Wait. Who? Gemini Hazel Vergar. I don't know where to start. My green card will expired on August 2023. Shh. We're still in the live stream, kid. Wait, what's the question? Gemini, what's the question? Excuse me. I don't know where to start. My green card will expire on 8/23, August 2023. So is this a citizenship question? Are you asking whether you should apply for citizenship? I don't see the question. There are many questions in the comments. Sorry, Gemini. Oh, okay. Let's grab this.
We have one up here that's been up here for a bit.
How can I do my U.S. citizenship with 2 different birth certificates? I haven't used my dad's last name that's on the second birth certificate. I'm married with a different name. Didn't change my last name and I got divorced. My green card will expire 8/2023. What can I do? Well,
been here since 1987. She just added.
Been here since 19. Okay, cool. Why do you have 2 different birth certificates? That's my question. So on the N400, like what name did you use on your green card? Maybe it was the married name. Didn't change. Okay. So this is a name question, right? Gemini does not know why she has 2 different birth certificates. It's not funny. We're just, when it's past 9, we just get loopy. We got loopy like 30 minutes into the live stream. You just hold on, timekeeper. I got to answer this question.
And then we have one up here that we need to just quickly address. So
on the N400, we put all names used on the N400. There's a space there, have you ever used any other names? And we put all the names used. So that's going to cover the 2 birth certificates. As for your married name and you never changed it after you got divorced, when you apply for U.S. citizenship, you can actually request a name change for free, right? Would you like to change your name? And you can check the yes box. You can say, I want to go back to my maiden name. I want to go back to birth certificate number 1. I want to go back to name on birth certificate number 2. Or you can just make up a completely different name. Like you can just be like, Will Smith. That's the name that I want. I want to be Will Smith, or I want to be Chris Rock, or Radley Mendoza. You can pick any name. So basically, yeah, that's the answer to the question. Do I need to provide my birth certificate now that I'm divorced? No, you need to provide your divorce decree at the interview, or you can submit it with your application. All right. Hopefully that answered the question. And what is the question? The last question of the night.
Take a stab at this. I got a divorce last January, but then the I-130 got approved this March. What should I do?
So
that's an interesting.
So you could have chosen any question, and you chose that one.
I did. It's been there for a long time.
It's a good question. It's an interesting question. So, got divorced, filed an I-130 petition based on marriage, right? And then got divorced,
right?
But did not withdraw.
Yeah.
Spouse did not withdraw the I-130 petition, and therefore it got approved. So the question is, what can I do? Well, you cannot use the I-130 petition to do anything, because the basis of the I-130 petition is no longer there, which was marriage. So maybe the follow-up question is, what else can I do? Are there any other ways that I can get a green card? And not unfortunately, but we would have to look into that. I mean, we would have to really have a consultation with you and go over all of the different ways that you may be able to get lawful permanent resident status in the United States.
So the answer to your question, what should I do? What you should do is contact our office and make an appointment for a consultation. Yep. Okay. All right, everyone.
Okay. Timekeeper, come here, timekeeper.
Come here, timekeeper.
We have a timekeeper. We have a water getter.
Yep.
So this is our youngest child. We have 18-year-old and a 16-year-old. They're teenagers. But this is our baby right here.
And look, and she's got a Cleveland, Ohio.
She has a Cleveland, Ohio, where they eat pizza for dinner.
That's right. Pizza is a dinner. But for those of you who like it as a snack, go get a pizza snack right now. Okay.
Pizza snack. All right. Well, thank you guys for all the amazing questions. We will see you next time. And I love the conversation about the pizza snack.
Yeah. And for the rest of you, add a salad, make it a meal.
What about a hot dog? Is a hot dog a snack? It's a hot dog as a snack. All right. You shouldn't eat hot dogs.
A hot dog is definitely a meal. Okay.
It is not.
Okay,
bye, guys.
We'll see you next Wednesday. All right. Take care.
All right. Bye.